coming in live to tape to the O'Brien Brothers podcast featuring Der. What up, Der?
What's up, guys? How are we doing today?
Dude, I'm feeling good today. I'm trying to come in with positive spirits. Torp running the boards.
Happy weekend, Benin.
Torp is the technical master of the boards. Torp, how are we doing, baby?
I'm doing great. I'm just listening to my solo right there and just
Was
thinking
that
about
you?
guitar.
Yeah.
Shredding.
You
I
just
was.
shredding.
I was playing a little bit last
Melting
night
faces.
with friend of the podcast, Stanky Tuna.
Oh, yeah. Were you guys writing songs again?
Oh,
He
we.
playing,
I'll show it to you later. It's actually pretty good. It's a whole.
Yeah,
we did an Old Town Road bit.
Oh, I have to see that.
Oh,
Tell
it's
me that
great.
were the cowboy hats involved?
Yeah, of course they were. so I'm at the house. I'll just tell you the story. You know
tell
what?
me the
Screw
story.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm at the house and Zach, one of his friends, is over from the restaurant.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey, I had the guitar," and I was like, "Hey, any requests?"
Oh, there's a classic
know?
acoustic guitar player move.
Anybody
want to hear a tune?
Anything
you're just
you
hoping-
would like me to play? Well, it's just like
I'll play 'em all.
when you play like eventually you have a couple songs that you learn or whatever that
In
you
your
focus on.
repertoire.
Yeah, but then it's sometimes just asking somebody.
Yeah.
You'll think outside of the box. So we'll play a song that you wouldn't normally have picked out yourself.
All right,
and
this
it
is a
ends
bit
up
of a.
being cool.
Is this a kind of a long play? But do you have hey Alexa, ask me to play Wonderwall in 20 minutes, and then you're like, oh, what was that? Wonderwall?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can play.
Oh, who said that?
Yeah. Dude, I'm a real player with Alexa. I tell her to ask Siri stuff for me. I'll be hey, Alexa, ask Siri.
She's a little bit
like you're
just
in
to
an
make her
argument with
jealous.
Siri?
Yeah. Well, ask Siri
Tell
for
Siri.
me. Siri's a real woman.
Yeah. Alexa, ask Siri. She knows the answers faster than you a little bit.
Yeah.
Start
Just
a
get
little
in their head.
competition
Just,
between the two of
just
them.
get in their head. But
You gotta-
anyways, so
Ben, that's gonna come back to haunt you when AI. And they're
Oh,
like,
yeah, I'm gonna be the
this is the
first.
guy who was fucking with
I'm gonna
us.
be the first on the robots hit list.
And
when
Siri,
they come
Siri
for
and
us.
Alexa are gonna team up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and just totally crush you.
Mhm.
All right. You know what they're gonna play in the background while you're getting beat up by Siri and Alexa? The Wonderwall. Very good, Derek.
I was
Callback.
thinking You Should Have Said No by Taylor Swift, or what's that song Carrie Underwood does where she like
And I crashed my
yeah,
truck
yeah,
into the side of do Rudy Doody Doody.
and I destroyed all your worldly possessions, but I'm not gonna go to jail. What?
Dude, actually, in that music video, have you ever seen that music video?
She's just destroying
she
all
beats
of
the
his
shit out of
property.
his truck.
Why is this
and,
okay?
That's a baseball bat.
You think that company had to pay advertisement space to
Dude.
have their car get the shit beat out of it?
She's walking down it's like a parking garage and just shit's blowing up and she's looking so good and I'm like, yeah, fuck that dude's shit up. There's a music video, right? All right, cool.
Yeah. That's the thing about being a dude, is that if you're that guy, no one cares.
Yeah.
No one.
Everyone just looks at your
Guys
car
don't feel bad for you. Girls do not feel bad for you. No one feels bad for you.
Yeah, all right, man.
Everyone's like, yeah, he deserved it. Anyways, to go back to my original point,
Yes.
so Kiernan, he has gone through a cowboy phase right now.
we should
So
call him.
he's
Should call him to discuss that. But yeah.
He's got cowboy stuff just at the house, like a hat.
And this is
stuff.
not the Dallas Cowboys. This is physical cowboy attire. We're talking right now. It's just, you know what he told me he wants to do with this fashion bit? He goes, I'm just going to keep wearing what I'm wearing and add a cowboy hat to that.
He just saw little Nas X walking around with this stuff. He's like, oh, I need that.
He's like, dude, that's a dope vibe.
That bedazzled flannel.
Yeah. and yeah, Kiernan's just like, dude. Yeah, so he's been rocking a cowboy hat for a few weeks
That's
now.
hilarious.
Nice,
And it looks
nice.
good.
Yeah, so basically, Kiernan's got cowboy stuff at the house, and Zach's friend, when I asked him if any songs, he's like, "Oh, you should Old Town Road. You should play Old Town Road."
That would be sick. Yeah.
And I was
It's a great request.
and I was like, I hadn't thought to do it, but that song rips and everyone loves it. So yeah, of course, it's a huge crowd pleaser. That's a song that you could be terrible at guitar, and people would still love you for trying. But so I learned it. It's 4 chords, and it's like a super easy song to play.
Yeah, okay.
And then I just kind of messed with the chord progression a little bit, add some.
Tell me you recorded this so I can hear it now.
Oh, I'm
You
gonna
just
play it. I'm gonna play it for
Oh,
sure.
you did record it?
Yeah, I've got like 30 versions of it on my phone because so what I did was so that I
I forgot I gotta cue up my sound
I put
effects.
on I play this song and I'm like, tearing it up.
Oh, you're
And-
feeling good?
Oh, I'm loving this. I was like, this is the best request anyone has ever. So I was like, I love playing the song, and I was like, oh, Kieran's got a cowboy hat, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a bit now.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Yeah. Kieran,
Yeah.
You and Kieran look at each other like, yeah, let's try and just send this one. Yep. Okay.
So
All right.
if you guys want, we can play it right now.
Cue it up. Cue it up, Torp.
The other intro.
This may turn into the intro, depending on how much we like it.
Oh, does it have him walking in? Oh my god.
Well, howdy there, partner. I haven't seen your face around here before. You must be new in town. Well, welcome to Torpedo the Space Cowboys Saloon. This here is my associate, Stanky Tuna the Fisherman.
Y'all just feel free to call me Stank, all right now?
Feel free to call him Stank. Now, we do like to lounge here, watch a little bit of the NBA Finals. But we have been playing a little bit of music. Now, we only know one song, and I dare say it's a good one, but it's the only one we know. And, Tuna, how long have we been playing together? Is it 4 years?
2 weeks,
Yeah, 6 days?
couple months.
9 hours?
Yeah, about a couple decades.
Okay, so we've been practicing for some time now, and we hope you enjoy it. This one goes out to a dear friend, Mr. Jake Moulton. Happy birthday there, partner.
Please, happy birthday now.
We do hope you enjoy. Just sit a spell, enjoy yourself. Put your feet up there.
Eat a biscuit.
Eat a biscuit. All right, well, Tuna, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
All right, buddy.
So dumb.
Some old time prospectors.
So dumb. I know.
Hey, eat a biscuit.
Oh, come
my
on.
God.
Jake Moulton.
No,
or Jake
no.
O'Brien is calling
Sorry,
us.
corporate. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse down that old town road. Ride until I can't no more. I'm gonna take my
is
horse
Kieran
down that
doing?
old town road. Ride until I can't no more.
Yeah, this should be interesting. Kieran has close to no rhythm.
There you go,
It's
Stan.
doing
not
pretty
bad.
well.
It's not bad. I taught him a couple things.
The one hand tap.
Dude, that thing's so hard to do.
Looks like he's a center.
Yes, that's his center form.
Yeehaw! Eat a biscuit.
That is well done.
Eat
well
a
done.
biscuit.
Oh my god.
Dude, that is like one of the funniest things Kieran's come up with is just telling people to eat biscuits. It's so
I don't
weird.
even think
It's
dude-
such a weird thing to say.
Do Southern people
Eat a
say
biscuit.
that? Go on
Go on,
now.
eat a biscuit.
Eat a biscuit.
What does that even mean?
I've never heard it, but
I don't know, but it's hilarious.
But I'm immediately picturing a Southern person telling me to eat a biscuit.
yeah, I might
Is that,
do
you
it.
think that's like a new like fuck off?
No, I think it's
Or
like
it's a
I think it's
hey,
like
kick back, relax.
Yeah, I think it's like like drink some sweet tea and eat a biscuit.
Eat a
There-
biscuit.
Dude, I mean, you go to Bojangles. I mean, what do they have? Biscuits and sweet tea, and that place is awesome.
Popeyes.
Or Popeyes, yeah. Any of those Southern chicken places, they have those things: biscuits and sweet tea.
Yeah, Bojangles.
Eat a biscuit.
Eat a biscuit. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. Our battery life on our camera ran out. And
Well, you know
apparently you can't charge a camera while you're recording, which seems kind of dumb to me.
That's
but
counterintuitive to the entire process, but it is what it is.
you get what you pay for, I suppose.
Yeah. So, but you know what? We just need when this thing really takes off, which it already is. I have a full camera crew in here.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, hair and makeup, yada yada yada.
obviously.
Dude, my only take we were talking about that Kyle Lowry video is, I think for me it does every time you go to an NBA game or see that, it just baffles me that fans are that close to, like, in any other sport. Can you kind of really see like where you're that close to the players without some barrier, you know?
Right.
And I just think, like, why, if the NBA wants to eliminate these or at least greatly reduce them, dude, just move the floor seats back like 15, 20 feet. Maybe not even, doesn't even have to be that drastic, like 10 feet, and put those, like, you know, those FIFA little foam barriers that the players like jump over if they're running too fast.
Right.
Put those around. You would still have perfect seats. You'd be fine. And that would reduce anything of a player possibly jumping into like the fan section.
Yeah, I mean it's smart, but you're eliminating seats,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah,
I'm not
And
saying
the
that
most expensive seats.
the most. I know,
Yeah.
I get it,
but I agree with you because
dude. You
I
still
mean,
have a perfect seat when you're
with-
sitting there if it's 10 feet back.
yeah,
Who-
with television being as good as it is nowadays, people just like to watch at home. Like I mean, look at the NFL; they're struggling with their ticket sales.
yeah, dude. But I'm just
I
saying
mean,
is like
people do not mind
when
watching
you
at
watch
home. as
when you
much
watch like an
anymore.
NBA game and you see them like inbounding on like the side, and there's like people like kind of like moving out of the way,
Like touching them.
or like you'll see people with like food and like beers walking on the sideline, basically like tiptoeing the court line, and you're just like, dude, this is the fucking NBA. Why are people like almost on the court?
Right.
It's whack.
It's whack, yo.
I'm staying hip, but it is whack.
It is
No,
freaking whack, dog.
I watched I watched the Ron Artest documentary this week.
Yeah.
That's on Showtime. Highly recommend. It's pretty interesting. And of course, like for just like a little under half of it, they discuss the Malice in the Palace situation.
Dude, that is still one of the craziest things in the world. That
yeah.
thing was straight pandemonium. Do you remember this, Torp?
No,
That's where he was laying down on the scores table after he got in the fight with Ben Wallace, and somebody threw a cup at him full of the soda,
And
it
he
hits
just
him,
goes and
and
straight.
he jumps into the stands,
And then, like, the
beats
team-
the shit out of a guy who didn't even throw the cup.
Dude, and the bench is clear, and they got like players up in the stands.
And they're
like-
trying to walk to the back into the locker rooms, and then Ron Artest punches another guy in the face right on the
Yeah,
floor
dude, it's nuts.
floor who attacked him. It's
Wow.
like, this is absolutely insane. Like it was,
that documentary is pretty sick.
You watched it?
Is that there was like a 30 for 30 on it? That's the one.
No. This is a Showtime documentary
Oh
on
no,
Ron
I did not.
Artest,
Yeah, I did not.
and
see
it's
that.
come up in Queens, New York, and basically his whole career for the most part. But the climax was the big fight that he was involved in. And so it was. I mean, it was a really good documentary. But yeah, it's crazy how things like that happen and they still don't go to major precautions. You see in baseball with the just the girl who got hit last week. This was right past where they extended the netting too.
right.
And so they're probably going to end up having to extend the netting all the way to like the outfield at some point.
Right,
With these
right.
is very dangerous.
It's so funny because I just went to a game the other day with Mallory, and we were always talking about foul balls and like how actually somebody can get really hurt.
Oh, dude, it's terrifying.
And yes, I was just explaining to her, like when I was a kid, I was at a Potomac Nationals game. Well, it was they were the Cannons at the time.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I went
Big
to
time Cannons
go
fan.
get like a hot dog or something, and I'm walking back to my seat with my dad, and then this guy rolls past me on a stretcher, and he had gotten hit right in the teeth with a ball, like right in the front, and like knocked out like 8 of his teeth.
Oh man.
But he was like
Obviously not a hockey player.
He was holding the ball up like a champion. They had blood on it.
That's so funny.
And I like
It's
just
like the like
looked-
they're getting carted off the field in football.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
give the
It's like
thumbs up.
the thumbs up.
yeah,
We're
I
all
mean,
good.
the guy was a champion. He really took it like a champ. But
Yeah. If he's a hockey
I,
player, he would have just gotten stitches and
Hockey player.
missed like 1 or 2 lines.
no, this
Yeah,
is
oh, for sure,
this
Jeff.
is a guy. This is just a dude, just some dude at the game.
I know. I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, he's
Obviously not a hockey player.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was I was like, wow, that's impressive. And then I threw out my hot dog. I obviously could not eat after that.
Nice.
That's a little
that a
baseball
little
sound.
baseball noise?
There you go. Dude, you know what? That did just happen though in the MLB. This guy, Albert Almora from the Cubs.
Yes.
He ripped a foul ball, and it like hit this little girl that was in the fans. Dude, and he was like, did they stop the game for a long time? And he was like torn up, like crying after the game. And it's scary. It's like really scary that
Nobody wants to be part of that.
no.
And except for this, this guy just completely, I don't know. It's a dark spot on the game.
It's-
Just pushing Lowry like that.
Oh yeah, to finish up on that. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it is.
And then you see the, have you ever seen the
Did you
clip
see
of the
that-
Bruins back in the day? Milbury, who does the NBC stuff right now, like pregame show, he went into the stand. He jumped over the penalty box, and a bunch of Bruins went into the stands after that. They got hit with like food or something.
And beat the shit out of fans
And
there too.
Milbury took the guy's shoe off and starts beating him with his own shoe.
Oh,
This is back in like the 80s.
At
or
least it
something
wasn't
like
the
that.
skate, dude. That always. Yeah.
No, yeah, that
yeah.
no, that would have been locked up. Throw away the key. That was
Yeah.
the case.
Right. Yeah. Did you guys hear about this woman who was streaking at the Premier League
Oh
finals?
yeah, great advertisement.
I mean, this is what it's turning into, though, because everybody is like, you know how like trolling is a
You know how
thing.
many
Yeah.
followers she probably got from
That's
that?
what
Oh.
I'm saying. Like, you know,
I-
like if you troll famous people, then people like you get views. It's like this. You know, journalists have to deal with it when they're talking about like terrorism and shooters and stuff, where they're like, "Do we name this person because you're making them famous
No,
by
yeah, I get-
doing
yeah.
something bad?"
Well, that's
And-
why the NFL they've stopped showing streakers on TV. They don't.
Yeah.
They cut
the
away
cameras.
from it,
yeah.
They go right to the booth or
Yeah.
whatever.
Right. But I mean, like this girl, I guess they were just like, "This is great news."
Well, she made it
I
far,
mean,
dude. She
yeah.
came from like the corner
Well-
and she made it to midfield.
Okay, if you're a guy and you're running across the field,
A girl just running
I
around
mean,
in a thong.
dude,
You're
like everyone's all happy when like
You get you
a
get
dude
tackled.
trucks
Yeah,
you.
when you're like,
But
yeah.
like you see a beautiful woman running across the field. I mean, I'm
What do
not
you-
gonna tackle her.
You tell her to like, hey, slow down. Or,
Like,
like,
hey,
go over
hey.
there. You can't do that.
Yeah, you just blow the whistle if you're the ref.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
like, what do you-
Hey,
Red card.
No running.
Don't do that.
Johnny, you got one of those sound effects?
Oh yeah. Which is totally a curveball in this thing.
Ooh.
There you go.
Hey, Mr.
That's the-
Referee,
that's the
calm down over
referee.
there.
Hey,
Dude, but she's
the
a
zebra.
yeah. She
Must be mating season.
oh my gosh. She probably totally boosted her her followers because she was a
She was already pretty famous.
famous. Yeah, she had like that I would say probably around 20,000 followers, something like that. And we should look how many she has. But I would if I had to
mean-
guess. Probably at least like over 100,000.
Sean is
now.
our numbers guy.
I don't know her name.
Wait,
I'm not
wait.
gonna do that research
How
right
many
now.
quid? How many quid?
Yeah.
I'll look her up.
Yeah.
I think I know her name. It's like Kinsley something.
How much would someone have to pay you to go
Sean,
streaking?
Sean, are you gonna guess?
Pay me
Yeah,
Are you gonna guess how many followers she has
right now.
Where am I streaking?
right now?
Like one of
couldn't
those
tell
games. You don't have to streak. You just have to run on the field. How much would someone have to pay you to like be one of those field runners at maybe a baseball game, professionally?
I mean, do you get?
I think you get
Do you
arrested.
get like fined and stuff? Like, it would have to cover my
You
fines.
know, at least cover the fine and then like the cash on top.
Probably they'd have to count for medical bills potentially.
If they,
Because I'm a dude.
Yeah,
I'm
and
running
again,
on that
like
field.
we just said, they will tackle you.
Everyone will want to kill me. If
Yeah.
I have to go to a football game, is the worst one. 'Cause
No, I
got a
said
bunch-
baseball. I
Oh,
said baseball.
Still not good. They have bats.
Oh, yeah, they're not gonna hit you with that. Though.
No, they won't. But they would. I mean, I don't want to take a right hook.
Okay,
from
just
Bryce
what's
Harper.
the number? Pick the number.
Golf. Can I go to? Can I do a golf?
You know.
That's
That would be the
best
chillest one. Do they have golf
Yeah.
clubs though? Why aren't you scared of those guys?
Yeah, but they, they're never gonna do anything at those.
Yeah, those all.
Tiger Woods.
Those guys might be the. Those guys might be the
He's
most.
been on the receiving end.
Those might be like the most pissed dudes because they're so like proper etiquette that's very disrespectful to their sport.
Yeah. Maybe they just start pinging me with balls. They just like start.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you say about a 5-iron? Just blast this guy.
Yeah, you could do that.
Ask his caddy. Yeah, he's moving about 20 miles per hour. We got a downhill lie. Wind's moving right to left about 5
Oh
miles
my
per hour.
God.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just saying.
Yeah. We're golf bit. All right, so I am the total numbers guy and was way
And
off.
better at looking up
Yeah,
people on
yeah,
Instagram than me,
yeah,
apparently.
I found her pretty quick.
Apparently.
So her name is Kinsey Walanowski. Her Instagram is Kinsey_Sue, SUE. She has 2.7 million followers now.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like
I said
that's
five.
what
Five was I
return on investment. Like
I doubled it by too much.
like people are gonna start doing this everywhere. This is gonna like be a thing. I'm calling it right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Dude, her likes from like a few weeks ago were like 30,000. Now she's in like 200,000.
Let me see here.
Yep. Peruse.
Well, I guess the bathing suit she was wearing or whatever was
Was it a
it was a sponsor for her boyfriend's like YouTube page or something like
no
that.
way?
So she is like just hyping up her boyfriend like the entire time. That's what she did it for.
Wow. I
What,
mean,
dude,
find
that
yourself
is
a girl. am I right?
unbelievable.
Throw a
dude.
ring on it.
Wow.
Ride or die.
Yeah. Wow. She is a queen. Lock her up, buddy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Put a
dude.
ring on that.
Yeah,
Is she-
you're-
are they married?
I don't
Just
know.
boyfriend?
Anyways, that's badass.
I know. Props. Respect.
Speaking of women doing power moves, Bachelorette, she is running the show right now. Jeb, what are you thinking of Hannah from Alabama?
Yeah, so we just watched the episode where is the Battle of the Lukes Part 1.
That was so lame.
So
Battle of the Lukes.
basically it started out with the Jed guy. He was going on there in Boston or whatever. He's
also, that guy's doing a total Thomas Rhett bit, like of just like beard.
No, that's what I was saying last week.
Yeah.
Is this guy is obviously, and he admitted to going on in the show to get
For
more publicity.
Yep.
All right, Jeb. Battle of the Lukes or Clegane Bowl? What do you think?
What's the click? Who's the Clegane
The
Bowl
mountain
between?
and the
Mountain-
hound.
Mountain
Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
See,
That's what the fans call
when
it.
you watch the series in 3 weeks, you kind of miss out on some of these
Yeah,
inside jokes.
Inside
Yeah,
jokes. Yeah,
yeah.
you're just powering
It's
through
like
the show.
you did the equivalent. Like we had all been studying for the test for months, and you
Crammed.
went on an Adderall binge.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and just burned through it. That's the equivalent of what you did.
Yeah, I haven't watched TV since.
Yeah, you
No.
turned off from TV.
No, I
time.
haven't gotten started on our HBO show. The next HBO show we're watching, Sopranos.
But back to the Bachelorette.
Yes. So I'd go the Battle of the Lukes over Clegane Bowl because that one had a lot of hype for not a whole lot of. It was like a 2-minute battle,
Yeah,
and but
There were dragons in
Yeah,
the
so-
background, though.
that was cool.
That was tight.
the Jed guy he played basketball with Jalen Brown and Scary Terry.
Yeah. Terry
Rozier.
Rozier. Yeah.
That was
That was actually
hey,
really funny. I
sports.
was like, dude, those guys are cool. And Jalen Brown's like interviewing Hannah on like,
yeah.
so like,
Giving her advice.
what kind of man
on
you looking
relationship.
for? And then like she's like talking about it. She's like, what kind of guy should I look for? And he's just like kind of like side like wooing her a little bit. I was like, dude, I like, are we falling in love with Jalen Brown right now? Like,
Jalen Brown
dude,
from Next Bachelor.
dude, that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Is that dude? She should just throw in the towel for this whole season and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go with Jalen Brown. Like I like talking to him. That was cool. He's a professional basketball player too. Smart move.
Yeah, I mean that's the benefit of going on that show. When else would this woman be talking to Jalen Brown?
That's a good point.
You know,
I'm sure
that's
Jalen
why
Brown's doing
everybody-
all right.
that's why everyone
Yeah,
wants-
no.
like,
I'm
he's
just
trying
saying
to-
he. Yeah, I'm saying she could have capitalized.
so Jake O'Brien was telling me that he met this woman whose son was on The Bachelor. I forget what his name was, but he was
gotta
on.
get this information.
He was
from me,
on.
dude.
He was on for like Jake O'Brien. Should we call him? I mean,
Yeah, dude.
what's up, bro?
Corporate, you're on the podcast.
Whoa.
Yeah,
All the
dude.
time.
Welcome.
Welcome, live to tape.
Yeah, this is
Who-
we just
who are we on with?
we're gonna call you
The
to-
brothers featuring Durr.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You know the crew.
It's just the standard crew.
I know one time the Durr had to go to sleep or something. He bitched out.
Yeah, late night.
That happened once.
He
I think it
doesn't
might
do
have
his
been a Bachelor
hibernation
night or
mode.
something.
Yeah, it could have been Jeb.
It could have been hibernation season. You never know. The Durr, he
Yeah,
spends
springtime.
his time
Yeah,
in his ways of leisure and luxury.
Jake, we're calling you for a specific reason, though. You know some person that was on The Bachelor or Bachelorette? Bennett was telling us the story. You met some lady's mom, some dude's mom.
Oh yeah.
Fill
Funny
us
story.
fill us in.
Well, it's 9:30 on Thursday night. I'm leaving bright and early for Chicago tomorrow morning, and I'm outside with my dog, and he just took a shit, so I got to clean that up. So
Wait,
do you
that's
want
how
me to
you
tell
met.
this story?
That's how you met this lady.
Yeah, funny story, right?
Sounds
And
much
then
like
she
tonight.
walks up.
And totally redeemed herself.
All right, do your thing. We'll
Um,
call you later.
No, I can tell the story now.
It didn't sound like you're
Shut up in a minute.
all that busy. I don't think it's going
Dude,
anywhere. Is it?
you're flying tomorrow, not today.
The shit's not going to move
Yeah,
itself.
shit's not gonna move, and you're already up. It's a quick story, right? You just met this lady's mom, and
Yeah,
This guy's
we were
mom
at the
and-
golf course.
There's a lot of hype for this story.
No, the story's not.
Like,
that good.
honestly, the story could have already been over by
Sorry.
now.
It's I mean, it's gonna be over in about 10 seconds. So. We were at the golf course, and we were at the pro shop, and this was Memorial Day, so you know it was a little got a little
Happy
little
birthday,
turn on
Sean.
the-
Thank
a little
you.
turn, a
Yeah,
little
it's-
turn on the golf course.
You're
and,
setting the scene.
Yeah, so we're finishing up the round. We're going in, dropping all our clubs and shit off in the locker room and everything, and then we're walking out of the pro shop, and we're talking to one of the guys in the pro shop, and they're like asking what we're doing the rest of the day. It's Memorial Day. You doing a barbecue? You doing any
Yeah, guys,
anything fun?
guys shooting the
And
shit
it was-
about
I
weekend.
was like, me and Gina got to watch The Bachelorette tonight, and my buddy Adam was like, oh yeah, I watched that too with his girlfriend, and the guy at the pro shop was like, oh, what do you guys watch? Like, what kind of bullshit do you guys watch? And
It's not
and there's some
bullshit,
lady in
buddy.
there. There's some lady in
Yeah.
there, and she's like, oh, you guys watch The Bachelorette? And we were just like, haha, yeah, like our girlfriend, like.
Don't troll me, lady.
And she was like, my nephew was on The Bachelorette. I said, oh, really? That's pretty cool. And she's like, yeah, he hasn't worked in a year or 2 years, whatever it was. I was like, is that like he didn't work because of The Bachelorette? And she was like, yeah, well, like, I mean, it's a good thing. He's like just been modeling for like 2 years. He was only on for the first night, and then he got kicked off the first night.
Oh, no way.
He
So
was
there's
a-
no
she's
shot
like-
we know him then.
He was like
No,
a
0%.
kickoff loser.
Yeah, so he's like one of those guys, like on the first night when there's 30 dudes, and they get rid of like 10 of them the first night. And so I guess her nephew was one of the guys, and she was like, yeah, I mean, his face was out there, and he's been doing like modeling. He's going over to Europe, and like they just fly him out there, and he does modeling for a week, and then he flies home, and they pay him like 10 grand or something. It's like,
So the
not
guy got
bad
a sweet gig out of it.
Yeah, so essentially, if you're trying to make some money, try to go on The Bachelor, and I'm sure you'll get some sort of modeling gig, become insta famous, and
Jake,
You're-
you know what we were just
Make
talking.
it sound so easy.
Jake, you know what we were talking about the circumvent that long process and getting selected on The Bachelor and yada yada yada. You can also just streak a sporting event. And
like that chick.
like that chick, yeah, we were just talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
her.
She was already like an Instagram model, wasn't she?
Well, we
Yeah.
just looked it up, and she went from like what? How many thousand? 200,000 to like 2 million.
200,000.
No, we don't
Give
have
or take. We
don't
don't know
have
her
the exact numbers.
previous numbers, but she's at 2.7 million now.
Yeah, no, I mean that's 100% what you do. You can blow up overnight. You just got to do something crazy,
You
Yep.
just gotta, yeah.
Yep.
and then you got to get like a huge account. To,
All right, Jake, we figured it out.
retweet you.
We're gonna streak on The Bachelor.
No, it has to be
Yes.
some sort of live event.
Yes.
They'll edit it
Yes.
out,
The
I'm sure.
Bachelor finale live on TV.
Yes, yeah,
We'll
yeah,
Run
yeah.
through there naked
With Chris Harrison.
with Chris Harrison, and we'll promote our podcast.
Yeah.
O'Brien brother man thongs.
It's gonna be the ultimate clip after we do
it's
this.
gonna be me and Bennett running through in those the Borat bathing suits, and then we're gonna
Durr's gonna be chasing
It's
us
just-
dressed up like a reindeer for some reason.
yeah, and it's just gonna say it's just gonna say featuring Durr. Jeb's just carrying a sign that says featuring Durr.
I'm with Dur.
We're with him. Jake, we're about to jump back
Yeah.
on the cast,
Well,
but we
hey,
appreciate
yeah,
you
we know
telling
you
your
got a
bachelor
flight.
story.
Yeah, we know you got a flight in the morning.
I wasn't on the podcast at all?
What?
I wasn't on the podcast?
No, you were on that whole
And you
time.
still
You're
are
still
on.
on.
Oh.
Yeah,
you're
we're
being
still
recorded.
going. We were
back
saying
on,
we're
like-
no,
All
we're-
right, can-
we're saying like we're finishing up the call.
All right, everybody shut up. I'm gonna try this again.
Hey, Benin.
What?
What are you doing tomorrow morning?
Playing golf.
What time?
10.
Do you want to drive me to the airport?
10:30, 10:45 at
Where are you playing?
Pleasant Valley.
Do you want to drive me to the airport?
What time?
See, I was gonna call Kieran to see if he could do it, but
Kieran doesn't wake up before noon, I think.
I don't either.
he would do it. But I called him, he didn't answer. But yeah, I mean, if he could be to my house at like 8:15,
I can't. You got to come to me.
I could do that.
Yeah, I don't have a car. My
Okay.
coolant hose burst.
Yeah, you still haven't fixed that. That was like a week ago.
No, I just haven't done it yet. All right. Well, Jake, we're gonna
all right,
close
we'll
up
talk
here.
about this
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll just come to my house in the morning. I'll drive you.
All right, that sounds good.
All right. See
Appreciate
you.
it.
Bye.
Bye.
And that was Jake
And
O'Brien.
there's Jake, and I gotta drive him to the airport. That's cool. All right, guys. So Ken Jennings still holds the record in Jeopardy. Wow, that's just great. We're just gonna blow right past that. Sean,
Dude,
Sean, you
I
got
had like I printed out a whole fucking article.
Yeah, no,
for
there's
this Jeopardy
conspiracy
guy. There's a
theories that say
theory.
like he blew the game on purpose
yeah, they're
so he could get his money.
dude. So he got paid $2.4 million. That's all you need to know about this guy. His name's James
Holzhauer.
Holzhauser.
James, that's a strong name.
Holzhauer.
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 Hold my dick.
Yeah, so the guy won 2.4 million. Yada yada yada. Good
So
for you.
wait, there's a
looks
conspiracy
like
theory
Eli
that
Manning.
he lost
looks
on
like a
purpose so
Manning.
that he would get paid.
Not from close up. Close
Yeah,
up,
but
he
you're
looks
saying that he
more like
needed
Tom Brady.
He needs his money or something?
This dude, this black and white picture really makes him look like any other white guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hard to distinguish.
he looks
with
like
the
he looks
the
like
no colored ink there.
he looks like Simon
Eli,
Cowell's
and
son.
then the closer you get, it's Tom Brady.
Yeah, then it's Tom
Yeah,
Brady, and then it
it's
kind of
Tom
looks like
Brady.
Peyton a little bit,
Yeah,
and then
No.
there's like Drew Brees
Not
in
enough
there.
forehead. for
little
Peyton.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. A little bit of Mark Twain.
No, but imagine him with a beard. He kind of looks like Andrew Luck a little bit.
Yeah. Well, honestly, if you have a beard, you look like any other guy with a beard.
He looks like Brett Townsend.
Brett Favre.
Kind of does.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Impressive run though. Good for
What's
him.
up, Brett? Call in.
There you go, man. Shout out, brother.
Yeah, tell us about walking your dog like Jake O'Brien.
There you go. Yeah. Jay just calls in. Yeah, dude, I'm walking my dog right now. Want to hear a story about it?
He called us like 10 minutes before that. I don't understand what the holdup was.
Yeah, that was weird. And then he like kind of like snapped at us, and then he's like, "All right, I'll tell you the story."
And he told like a long version of it too.
Dude, he was like,
that
telling
could have
us-
been like a 5-minute story. It was
So
like
I'm
10
on
minutes.
hole 14, and I'm thinking about, hey, maybe I'll go to the pro shop after the game. So I go to the pro shop. I was like, dude, where does this
You know,
go?
the 19th hole.
Yeah, it's like,
Then I got a hot dog.
the year was 1864.
3 score 7 years ago.
The Bachelorette didn't
Wait,
even exist yet.
Why?
Oh wait, yes it did.
Story begins with the first bachelor.
I'll take it back to Adam and Eve.
Exactly.
So the Jeopardy guy, he
Let
twerked
there
out.
be light.
Yeah, yeah. So the Big Bang Theory.
So Brett Holzhauer.
Have you heard of dinosaurs?
Dragons once roamed the earth.
And King Arthur said, "We'll make it a round table."
Okay, let's move on.
Dude, so the Jeopardy guy lost.
Jeopardy
He's
guy
a
lost.
twerp loser.
He's a
I do
twerp.
have crazy Florida stories.
He's a jerk. He lost. He's a jerk. He's doing his jerk thing. He lost. He's off the Bachelor.
Look at the jerk losing right here.
Look at this
Losing like a
jerk over
total
here.
jerk.
Missed the question. What is you're a loser?
And look at the jerk answering the Jeopardy question wrong here. So we could do Florida stories. I have a couple Florida stories. If you guys want me to blast you with Florida news,
Some
Dirt,
Florida
you-
news.
Dude, there's in that second one I sent you, with the picnic.
yeah, oh
There's
yeah,
some great quotes in that.
dude. This. Hey, by the way, hey James Holzhauer, Jeopardy nerd.
You are a huge nerd.
It's a
my
great
new
sound effect. Great sound effect.
What a nerd.
What a nerd.
All right,
man.
Jeb, go into this is Florida news.
So the opening sentence of this article is pretty good. It goes, "You've heard of hungry hippos, but how about hungry gators?"
Who wrote this? Like a
All right. Continue.
Get it? Like the game? Yeah, so in Florida, obviously, there was a...
Who is the editor of this newspaper?
This is People Magazine.
dude. Oh, this is gold. Talk about hungry hippos.
Compare this gator to that board game.
People love board games.
So
Seems like a long title, Bill.
there's this couple that was, I guess, doing some celebration or whatever. They decided to have a picnic, and they suddenly were attacked by a gator. Not actually attacked; he was there for the food. It's said that the gator had an appetite and crashed a couple's lakeside date, munching on everything from guacamole and salami to an entire block of cheese.
Baxter, you ate an entire block of cheese? I'm not even mad.
Just impressed.
This
So,
gator's named Baxter?
I'm not going in the water
first-
after that gator, man. That
The first
gator's
of the
gonna
quotes
have
is
some gross shits.
oh my gosh.
Mallory, you are on the podcast.
Welcome to the cast.
Hey.
Hello, we're doing a call-in hour.
Hey, welcome.
Our next guest.
This is Open Phones with the O'Brien Brothers podcast. What do you want to
Featuring Dirk.
talk about?
Featuring
We were
Dirk.
too lazy to make a rundown. What do you think? Joke kills.
guys.
Good, good.
Hey, have you seen this new Elton John movie?
Is it out yet?
Oh yeah, it's out.
Is it
Oh, yeah.
out?
It is the out.
It's out.
Yes, it's out. It's got that guy from the Golden Circle, Kingsman, the Kingsman,
Kingsman guy, yeah.
Yep. So
Jeff-
he's playing Elton.
Does
He looks like the guy who did the Flying Squirrel Olympics movie.
It is the same guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about
Eddie the Eagle, Jeff.
Yes, Eddie the
the
Eagle.
Beatles movie trailer?
I like that. Yesterday.
That looks so sick.
I haven't seen it.
That's creative. That's very creative what they
I
did.
think so too. I want to see that one.
Did you know it's the guy who did Do You Want to Be a Millionaire? What's that movie?
Slumdog Millionaire.
Slumdog Millionaire. It's that guy.
25,000 rupees.
Yeah, and then that guy tries to get him to lose. Remember that huge controversial scene where he tries to give him the wrong
and
answer?
then they almost died.
Dude,
Spoiler
I
alert.
just remember the dancing. The dancing at the end of that movie was awesome.
That was a good song too.
Yeah, I know. What's that song? They played it. Leah played it at her parents' house. What is the name of that song? We were totally gonna play that song right now. Okay, here we go.
Shy Ho.
I got
Yes,
it.
yes.
Yes. You know about this song, Jai Ho?
Shy Ho.
Great radio.
Yeah, great radio. Well, Mallory, thanks for calling in and reminding us of Jai Ho.
Thanks, Mallory.
You guys are doing great. Love the podcast. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, we love you. Have a safe drive home.
So back to the Florida story. The one of the quotes was, "He annihilated an entire block of cheese, gobbled it down, lickety split. The salami didn't stand a chance." And then the worst part, he goes over. We had a big bowl of guac made. He eats the whole bowl. He put the whole bowl in his mouth.
The gator ate the entire bowl.
The
of
whole-
guacamole.
The whole bowl.
You
This
ate it
gator
in
is-
one bite.
This gator is just, just up to his
And
antics.
he added, the gator had no respect for our picnic.
Well, dude, you're in this freaking wild dinosaurs territory. No shit. He was like, oh, I'm not going to interrupt that picnic over there. He's like, dude, Is that an entire block of cheese? I haven't seen that in years. Let me go get me that block of cheese, doy.
How is this thing gonna Does you usually just eat meat? I would imagine.
Constipated gator in Florida.
Gator checks into local health clinic with diabetes.
Okay, so speaking of, dude, you got it. Speaking of,
Should I do it?
should just pop him on the fucking phone, dude.
What? No. Or?
Yeah, do that.
Okay, let's do it. Kevin Hoonan, you are on the podcast. What's up? Welcome to the O'Brien Call-In Hour.
Welcome to the fucking call-in, baby.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is the craziest thing. You're the third person to call me on the podcast this hour, so this is the O'Brien Call-In Hour.
Lucky number 3. That's
Featuring
awesome.
Dur.
What are you guys talking about?
Kevin, do you have anything you want to bring to the cast?
Yeah.
Do you want to blast us with anything right now?
Do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about this anonymous Deadpool champ. I heard he's like really cool.
Oh shit, you won the Torps Deadpool?
No, I didn't. I heard the guy was anonymous.
What?
Kevin's been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Okay.
and
I
Larry,
heard that's a new show, right?
Larry David's character donates a room to like a hospital, and it's like the Larry David room. But then this other guy donated a room to the hospital, but he did it anonymously, but everyone knows he did it. So they all are like, wow, he's so great. Larry, you're like, basically a piece of shit for doing it.
Yeah, for putting your name
for the
on it.
notoriety.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Kevin says he won the Deadpool. He was like, dude, when you announce it, just don't announce who did it. I was like, dude, that is the sketchiest thing I could ever do as like the commissioner of this thing.
Yeah, Bennon took that way too seriously to not announcing a name. But I respect that you want to do it anonymously.
What's that?
No, I agree. I was actually going to ask you guys if you've seen the new Wiki.
The new what?
The new John Wick.
Oh
Wick 3.
shit, is it good?
It was amazing.
Oh, it's pretty sweet, dude. A lot of
Violence.
violence against humans. I'll say that. Like dogs biting nuts. It was pretty
I heard
wild.
that they train the dogs just to go for the nuts.
Yeah.
I've been watching a little bit too much South Park.
Yeah, are those dogs or squirrels? Am I right?
Oh, but I actually had I did want to bring up something that I was going to talk to Bennon about. Want to see what your guys' input is.
Okay.
So I just got back from Aruba. I'm really tired, and I don't want to go to our reunion that we have tomorrow that I just found out about. That Josh Brown texted me.
You don't have to go.
And,
Is it 10 year?
well,
10 year.
I'm not going to go, but I was going to say we should all just go to a bar nearby and just watch the basketball game.
Kevin,
Have an actual-
how much money would I have to pay you to streak through our reunion?
Oh.
I mean, how much is in your bank account? Then we'll talk.
Oh, he's spinning that question.
It's probably not enough.
What are you trying to take 20% of his bank account or something?
Yeah, cutting to the core. Jesus.
All right, so
Thanks,
you can have
Kevin.
Hypothetical.
So
Way
you
to
can
play along, buddy.
so you can have $80. That's what I don't have anything in my bank account, but that's what's
You
in
can
my
have
Venmo.
$10,000 in college debt. Do you want that? Is that?
Well, I thought you were going to say how much would it take for me to pay you to come to the reunion. I just had that discussion with Hip Rip earlier. I would go for $500 if you paid me $500. I would go.
Dude, Kevin, you go to work for less than that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going because Aaron and Lauren are running this thing. So yeah, I got
they're running it.
yeah, I got guilted into it. But yeah, I'm definitely going. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'll be seeing you this weekend anyways. But yeah, dude, is it cool if I call you back?
Thought about reselling my tickets.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know. Are you definitely still going?
Yeah, dude, I just talked to you earlier.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
Dude, let me call you back in a bit. All right, man.
All right. Enjoy the podcast.
Bye, Kevin.
See you, Kevin.
Bye, Kev.
Later, bros. Take care.
Bye. All right, that's the end of the O'Brien Call-In Hour. What the hell? This is the day from hell, Sean. I had quite a doozy of a day at work. I
Well,
mean,
that's
I'm
the
not
next
even gonna
topic.
get into it. Yeah, what are we doing? All right, we
Elton
got. Are we done with Florida, Sean?
Oh, is there more Florida?
There's always more Florida news.
Blast
dude.
us up with some news.
All right,
baby.
Bennett, hit the sound effect on Florida.
Yep. Gonna give me a second.
Is that breaking news?
This just in Florida news. Dude, this gator, 11-foot gator, breaks into Florida home, raids kitchen, destroys residents. Good wine. So this guy's like, the gator broke in and he took all the good stuff. It's like,
You drink the wine?
what is the good wine? Yeah, I guess the gator broke into this guy's.
$20 bottles.
Yeah. You can buy a whole bunch of mums.
Yeah.
Like, what is this guy's good wine? I'm sure he's got like a bunch of bottles from Napa down there. I'm
Yeah.
looking at this gator.
I mean, this guy lives in Florida. Who knows
11
what's even
feet,
in
though?
those bottles?
11-foot gator.
No, spank you.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want an altercation with this thing. But dude, this is
That's
what I was
bigger
gonna
than a
say.
basketball
What do
hoop.
you think would happen when you see this bottle or this gator got into 4 bottles of wine? Do you think he's like kind of lit after that?
I think they sent him to AA.
Dude, get that guy. Don't get him an Uber, right?
Can you imagine?
The guy cannot walk home.
All right, call. At least call like animal control and just be like, "Hey, drive
At
this
least
guy
take
home."
his keys.
Sir, take this guy home. He's had 4 bottles of wine. So that gator got hammered.
He's had 4 bottles of wine.
The cops threw him
You,
in
you
the
know what
drunk tank.
happened? You know what happened after that gator? He got hammered on all that wine, and then they found him at Olive Garden, eating the trash at Olive Garden with his bare
All the
hands.
breadsticks.
Yeah. So I thought you said these breadsticks were endless.
Bring more wine.
Yeah, what's going on here? Getting stingy
Yeah.
on me?
Yeah, you know what the gator said?
It's because I'm green.
The gator goes, "I want
Green
some."
of envy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and the gator, after all that wine, he's like, "I don't practice sangria." You know that song?
Yeah, I know the song. And
You got that gist.
I got you.
You got it.
All right, what else we got, baby?
That was it.
That's all we got. Florida news.
Thank you, Florida, for bringing us fucking Florida news.
Yeah, we sort of talked about
Elton.
Elton John. You guys
Yeah.
want to talk about Billy?
No, I saw Elton.
Jeb, what'd you
I
see?
just want to give you a quick
Hit it, Jeb.
opinion on these biopics that suddenly became the new thing. Elton John, pretty good movie. I liked it. It almost seemed like it was going to turn into a musical at some points.
Yeah,
And,
that's cool.
But
It's pretty neat.
no,
Honestly, I am a
I
huge
think-
musical mark.
I think
so-
you like these movies based on how much you like the artist. I think that pretty much has everything
Yeah,
to do with it.
of
Well,
course.
'cause it's their music the whole time,
course,
right?
yeah.
Unless they live like a crazy life that you just have no idea about and you just learn so much.
Yeah.
like John Wick.
Like I thought the Queen one, the Bohemian Rhapsody, was better than this one, but I like Queen music more than Elton John music. I think I've seen the Notorious B.I.G. one probably about over 10 times, and that might not be that's probably the worst one of them all, made wise.
Oh yeah, that
in
guy's
film
like
standards.
Isn't that guy like snoring the whole time?
Yeah, but I love that movie. I love that movie so much.
I've only seen bits and pieces of that movie. Honestly,
It's so good.
it is very good.
But I would rank the Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga one. number
Star is
one.
Born.
And yeah, like Mallory was saying, I'm excited for the Beatles one.
Oh,
But
yesterday.
How did they not have a biopic made about them, the Beatles
Well,
story?
they made that Across the Universe movie.
Yeah, but that wasn't a biopic.
Right, but it was.
Is that like a documentary kind of?
No.
No. It's like just a movie, but they told a story using all the Beatles songs. So it was like a musical, but they used the Beatles songs to incorporate it into
It's
a
really
narrative
cool, yeah.
storyline.
And they have like
So
different
it's like a
characters
love
singing
story.
their
Yeah,
songs.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really good. You should watch it. And they did a great job with the music because the actors are actually singing as well. I mean, they recorded it in a studio, but it is their voices.
Well, I mean, yeah, like they are like very widely known as like the best band ever, and the fact that they don't have like a movie going into all of their stories, I feel like is weird.
That's true. Maybe they're waiting on it. It is
Maybe
it
maybe
is-
who are the is there two alive still?
Yeah.
Paul and Rocco.
yeah, Ringo Starr. Rocco. And I think they had a
I
dog.
want to say Rocky 4.
They must be holding out on that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like after all these guys, all their friends are doing these stuff. So
it's
like,
big biopic
Ours
season.
is probably got to be the best one. Like,
Well, I wonder if
there's no coming back together for them. There's no like good finish. I think.
I was gonna say, I wonder if Michael Jackson dying has anything to do with it because he owned the rights to their music, the Beatles.
Really, Michael
I think
Jackson.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of their stuff he bought the rights to.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with that. Because you have to get permission to do all that type of stuff for music.
Speaking of music, Jeb, you just got hooked on this new artist.
Yes.
It's not really a new artist.
Well, no,
Frankie Eyebrow.
Frank Eyebrow is not the artist's name.
Ah.
But no, Billie Eilish. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Eilish. You said it
Eyelash?
right.
So I guess she was blowing up on the radio, and me listening to Spotify and like my podcast, I just completely missed out on this one.
Yes.
I heard about her when she was opening for Ariana Grande at Coachella this year, and I tuned in and I listened to like a couple of her songs on Spotify. I was like, what is going on with this girl? This is weird music. Turns out she's like 17, and I've just been listening a little more over the past couple of weeks. She is awesome.
Dude, she's so cool.
I get it now.
Dude, and she did a couple interviews on Ellen, like just watching, like seeing like who she is as a person too with her music. She's just like super cool.
Rocket ship.
She's very badass. She's full badass.
Yeah, no, she is going to be big, and she already is pretty fucking big, I think. So
Jeb,
good for her, and
She's
and
like
she's
huge.
awesome.
I just saw that Brightburn movie. It's like basically if Superman
Were bad.
was evil
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
instead of good. So it's like it had no association with DC Comics, but they made this movie. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it, but at the end of the movie, they played the Frankie Eyebrows bad guy.
Yeah,
Bad guy.
And it fit with the movie, like the
my
tone
God.
of the movie so well. It was like
That
perfect song.
Instagram
I
video's
think
on there.
she's.
Are
I
you on
like
the
her.
same-
I think she's great. I'm just messing around.
Same wavelength with Bad Guy. I think Bad Guy has
Oh,
a song
with
with Always
Charlie.
Sunny.
Yeah, well, that video is so
Video
freaking funny.
That Charlie Kelly posted.
He's
on
like,
his
whoever
Instagram.
made this is
Oh
a
my
genius.
gosh.
And it's the video when they're like
Or Charlie Day. Sorry.
Charlie Day and Mac and It's Always Sunny, and they're like in the back room, and Charlie's dancing for him, doing like this thing, and it's to that song. And they're like, Charlie's just like, this is amazing. But Jeb, you were gonna play another song tied into a TV show. Dude, she's so cool. She made this song called "My Strange Addiction," and she incorporated like The Office into it. I'm gonna play a little clip of it.
multiple parts in the song too. It's not just the beginning, but it comes back.
No, Billy, I haven't done that dance since my wife died.
And the first time I'm listening to this album, I'm like,
whole crowd of people out there who need to learn how to do the scar.
and I'm like listening to this, and I was like, dude, that's the fucking Office, because I'm like addicted to The Office,
Right.
Where it plays like every time I go to bed. I'm like, dude, she's definitely playing clips of The Office in the background, and then it's a normal song, and then I'll just like skip a little.
It's like one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
It's just like throughout the song, she's just like playing different characters, and
It's that was Toby, right?
that was Kevin. Right there.
Kevin.
But and then this song just puts me straight in my feels. But it's When the Party's Over. Dude, she can just like traverse so many
Is
different.
this the one with the tarantula?
No, this is the one. The music video is the creepiest thing in the world. It's like black like paint is coming out of her
Okay.
eyeballs.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
she's sitting in like an all white room. It's really, I don't know what like she goes for when she makes these music videos, but
I
it's
think
just to completely creep
as
people
edgy
out.
as possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
She's basically making like a horror movie every time she makes
Dude,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's
Well,
going
her
for.
outfits are out of
Yeah,
this world. Too.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's going for like the Lady Gaga, like completely out there vibe.
Yeah, she's awesome, dude. Awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
it's her older brother makes her beats.
Really?
Yeah, dude, her older brother's in
So
the background.
he's
just
the one who's
beats.
doing all this
Yeah.
Office drop-ins.
It's just a beautiful song.
So good.
She's got a great voice.
You think she'll help out on the intro? She could
Probably.
sing background for you.
We're probably gonna do.
Dude, you need to
Old
have
Town
her.
Road.
Yeah, you got to make the Old Town Road with
Yeah,
her.
I gotta do that. I'll give her brother a call.
Song's sick.
Yeah, she is like 12. I'd feel weird.
No, I think she's like
contacting her
16 or
directly.
17. Yeah. Talk,
She's like super young.
yeah, talk to the business people.
Yeah.
You know, and all these people.
I think
they-
she could beat
for-
the shit out of me.
She
She looks badass.
She looks like she is a skater punk.
She's
She kind of
probably
gives
like
me that
5'2".
vibe.
She's probably super small. She's like 12 years old.
She's like 16.
She's
or
like
17.
17.
She's 9.
Like her mom's signing off on all of these music videos. Like, yep, make them as crazy as possible.
Yeah, that's so nuts. Yeah, it's always weird when like the kids are like so successful and their parents just have all that money and everyone's just like, all right.
Another
This is
documentary
sketchy.
I watched yesterday. This is what I watched instead of the NBA Finals. Was the Jonas Brothers documentary, the new one on Amazon Prime.
Is it good?
Yes, it's pretty good. It's I didn't really. I mean, obviously, you remember the Jonas Brothers when we were in elementary school.
Yeah,
and
it was
they were,
kind of like
the
them,
biggest thing ever.
Them and like Justin Bieber were like
Yes.
the big things.
Yes,
Yeah.
them and Justin Bieber, and they came up at the same time with like Miley Cyrus.
Yep.
Taylor Swift.
Hannah Montana was
it
going
was
on.
all
Yeah.
these like teenage like I guess
Pop, yeah.
Disney like a big route was through Disney, like Demi Lovato and Ariana Grande too.
Yeah.
And so they do a lot of the story around the lead up into that and all of the success. Like they had some minor success and then there was a big downfall, and then basically Disney kind of like saved their whole family's like relationships and everything like that.
Wow.
And it was a pretty cool story. So it's definitely I suggest that even if you're not the biggest Jonas Brothers fan, it's a cool story.
I guess.
And I mainly, one of the big inspirations for me watching that was Sansa.
Oh yeah, 'cause
she's married to Joe Jonas.
Jeb, you kind of keep up on like the Hollywood, like, oh, I'm gonna dive into this, so
Oh,
I can
yeah.
kind of know a little bit about those people and that relationship.
Well,
Let
I
me see
had
what
no
those people
idea
are up
about
to.
who she was like a month ago.
Dude, yeah, and
Yeah.
she's like
Now she's awesome.
Yeah, she's cool as shit. Yeah,
Her and Maisie
Her and
Williams
Billie Eilish.
are great.
and Billie Eilish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. So I guess I'll just incorporate this into the hype up section. I guess we can do that.
Yeah,
Dory.
I could say that's my hype up. Yeah.
That's your hype up.
One of
So-
I'll try to find another.
I just watched with Allie the Ali Wong movie that just came out on Netflix. It's called Always Be My
Yes.
Maybe. Dude, this is just a
Rom-com, right?
Rom-com, and Ali Wong like nails this, like hits it out of the park.
I've never seen her stand up.
Dude, her stand up, she's funny, but she's like this Asian like girl, like not girl, lady, mid, I would say like 30s. And married, dude.
I think her last stand up she was pregnant. And,
Yeah, she's definitely pregnant in the last
Yeah,
one.
I
She's like talking about that's a classic thing now. It's like Amy Schumer did her pregnant stand up. Pregnant stand up's funny now too. So, she makes this movie.
Next one's breastfeeding stand ups.
Yeah, they're just sending it. They're all sending it. I'm like, yeah, you guys are. Come on, it's funny. I don't care. Whatever. Throw it out there. You guys are laughing at it. We're all laughing at it. Go on. So she made this movie with this guy Randall Park, and you guys have definitely seen this
Yes,
guy.
Randall is Jim from The Office.
Yeah, he does the
He
fake
came
Jim.
in and
yeah,
did the
that's
fake Jim.
the most obscure reference to this guy, but our Office fans will definitely understand what I'm talking about. When Pam and Jim do the prank on Dwight,
The Asian
where
Jim.
there's Asian Jim, and they redo their family portrait with Asian Jim. They go full on with that one. Great prank. So that guy is her like childhood friend. They grew up together. They're best friends. She becomes a famous chef, and this guy is in a band, just kind of like cruising through life, just kind of chilling. And she's gonna get married, ends up running back into this guy, and they rekindle their relationship. So it's a rom-com, and the banter throughout the movie is hilarious. Like I'm cracking up laughing the entire time because they're just like they blast each other because they've known each other for like years. They grew up
Right,
together, so they just troll each other. Like throughout.
Cameo by Keanu Reeves.
That cameo for Keanu Reeves, I'm like crying laughing at certain scenes in this movie. And I don't want to spoil it, so I'll give you guys a chance to watch it because it just came out. But like there's a part where they all play a board game together, And Keanu Reeves is probably like the funniest dude during that scene that I'm just like dying. So definitely,
I'm a huge Keanu fan.
dude,
so.
he comes in and he's playing himself, and he's just talking about like his different roles and just how badass he is the entire movie, and it's just so funny. And this guy Randall just fucking hates Keanu Reeves.
Have you seen the new Ted Bundy one with Zac Efron?
I did see that.
Was it good?
It's weird. It goes almost. It's more romantic. Where they go into like his
I
relationship
heard
with
they
his.
told a different side of the story.
It's from like his love side with his wife, because not wife. I think they get married, but he's got this girl at home this entire time. So he's going out doing these heinous things and then coming back to his family, and it's from like that perspective of the at home, like what's going on, and it's just really weird. So they do go into like his time in jail and stuff, but it's from like a different side. It's weird, but it's good.
They got some flack for it, I think, because of not really going into depth of his character as far as
How psycho he is.
showing how crazy of a person and
Yeah.
how much of a monster this
Yeah.
guy is.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you can't just like
Did you watch the
present
documentary?
one side of it. No,
the
but I've
documentary's
seen
sick.
like 5 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I read some articles on it, and it's like I understand where they're coming, because Zac Efron has a big fan base of like women, so that's part of the appeal of this role, because he was an attractive guy.
Not
But-
nearly as attractive as Zac Efron.
Of course, but is anyone nearly as attractive as the people who play them?
No, but that was like the
point.
lure about that guy and why it was.
But there's
so
part he was
interesting.
attractive. Like people,
girls-
Steve Jobs.
people
girls
would
were-
write to him in prison.
Dude, no, girls were showing up to, while he is being charged with all these things, girls are showing up to like the courtroom trying to meet him. So that's how like
Right. So
backwards it is.
So it was a big
I
part of who
remember
he
that.
was.
I
But-
didn't even know that he broke out of jail 2 times. How insane is that?
that
Yeah. He
These people watching him are just
they didn't
idiots.
I don't know if they realized how bad he was when he was escaping.
Oh yeah.
Like I think that he was getting charged for like other offenses. I think he got like kidnapping.
no,
like, a
and then he
kidnapping
didn't
charge.
have. He had like a fake.
He, like,
ID.
got away with it.
He had
Like,
a
it was
fake
like a
ID
warrant
on
for
him,
his
so they
arrest.
didn't know who he was. So the
Yeah.
whole time he's doing like a fake identity thing.
The second time they
Yeah.
knew.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, when he got
And that's
really
when he got away for longer, I believe, and he ended up killing like 2 more girls, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. I don't know. It's a little. I mean, you can do whatever you like. I guess it's a movie, but I mean, it's a little weird to just show that one-sided portrait of him.
Yeah.
Torp, do you have any hype ups?
Yes, I do. I'm going to 21 Pilots concert
They're
down
back.
in Charlottesville this weekend. So yeah, if you haven't checked them out, they're dope. They have that song "Chlorine" on the radio right now.
That song is awesome.
It's very good. But I'll play you a little something that is on their new album that people probably have not heard. Oh, here we go. This one's called "Levitate." So he's an interesting dude. He it's just him and a drummer, and
Crazy tattoos.
yeah, and he like plays ukulele and piano, and he also raps a little bit. So this is like his bars, if you will. You like it?
Yeah, it's just got a very different flow than like what you're used to, but it's
Yeah,
cool.
because he's a singer too.
Yeah.
So
I do love that Chlorine song though. Have you
Chlorine's
ever
a
seen the
dope
music
song.
video on that thing? That's weird as shit. He's got like a Kirby comes out. And he's
Yeah.
like chilling with Kirby.
he has crazy like breakdowns too on his song. Like he'll like switch up the
Oh,
beat
yeah,
entirely,
multiple times,
like,
so, like, the
throughout the
song-
song. Yeah, he's. What I really like about these guys is that they're always evolving and changing. They're not settling for a sound.
Yeah, they
They'll
definitely
keep-
push their limits like musically,
Yeah.
and just like kind of throw you. So as like the audience, you're just like, whoa,
Yeah.
So you get
And,
used to it after a while, but
yeah.
it's really cool to listen to their new shit.
Yeah, I do respect that. I do respect that. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it. Sean, do you want to send them out?
Yeah, much respect. Appreciate you tuning in. The O'Brien Brothers podcast featuring their, you know what to do. Zip it up and zip it out.
You know what it is.
You already know. Ooh. Take my horse to the hotel
Thinking of doing the
road.
exact same thing.
Tuna, where's your cowboy hat? Come on over, partner. And you know what? You've been good. Why don't you get yourself a biscuit?
Get yourself a biscuit.